One of the biggest complaints of 2022 was that as the Bank of England base rate increased, savers didn't get to see the benefit of interest rates increasing alongside that. In fact, the banks did the opposite. They were very, very quick to pass on the rate increases to mortgage holders so it earned them more money, but not necessarily to their savers, and this is what we've come to expect. So in this video, I've teamed up with Chip because we're going to be talking about their new 3% instant access account, and this is everything that you need to know. So the first thing to know about this account is that it is an instant access account, which means no penalties and no notice periods to access your money in that account. Now, at the time of recording this video, it is the highest paying account of its kind. Even if you go onto the sites like Money Supermarket with Martin Lewis, this is one of 3 accounts that he has listed, and this is offering the highest rate of return. Now, when it comes to the 3% return that this account delivers, there are a couple of things that you need to know, because in the current iteration of the account, and currently, as of the time of recording this video on the Chip website, this 3% return is still being paid as a bonus. Now, this is important because there are 2 repercussions of having this paid as a bonus currently. The first is the bonus isn't covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. So £85,000 worth of coverage for your deposit is in place, but the amount that you earn each month as a result of this 3% return isn't covered under the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. And what you can get by way of return actually isn't to be sniffed at. This right here is a screenshot of the amounts that you could potentially earn per month based on the amount of money that you deposit in comparison to traditional instant access accounts. So you can see, pretty decent. But currently, or right now, the bonus is that amount isn't covered under the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. Secondly, because it's being paid as a bonus, it doesn't compound. Now, we all know the power of compound interest gaining interest. It's a nice to have with a savings account. Currently, right now, those 2, that doesn't apply. You can't have it. However, there is a blog post on the Chip website, which I'm going to take you through, which basically explains the changes that they are making to this account very, very soon. So let's just hop over right here. This is the website, right? So it says here, the bonus on the Chip Instant Access account is changing to monthly compound interest. Our Chip Instant Access Savings account currently has the market's highest easy access savings rate of 3%. The return has been paid in form of a bonus. However, from 11th of February 2023, the return on the Chip Instant Access account will accrue as interest, which will compound and be covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. This is really, really good news. So the concerns that I might have had about this account initially are now taken away in the fact that they have improved this account. Now, what happens if you have this account already? Well, you don't have to do anything at all. It also says within that blog post that if you have an existing account, the changes will happen automatically. So if you have been getting the 3% by way of a bonus because you already got an account open, it's automatically going to move to be paid as interest, and it will compound from March. This is really, really, really good news. And I don't know whether this is something that has transpired because they had feedback from customers. I doubt it, because I'm not sure that customers necessarily would have paid attention to this much detail or would have cared necessarily, or whether they have themselves taken it as we need this to be improved on the account for it to be more appealing to the masses. And this is really nice to see, because I can be quite picky with the kind of brands that I partner with here on the channel, and it's nice to know that a business is looking at the product set and looking to improve it incrementally in order to provide the best service and the best outcome to their customers. Now, before I decided to team up with Chip for this video, I asked them why they created this account, because let's be honest, there are a lot of instant access and savings accounts right now, and one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I get on this channel is, well, it doesn't matter what the rate is, P, it's a drop in the ocean when you compare it to inflation. And that is a really good point. But from speaking to the guys at Chip, what they wanted to do in creating this account was be able to provide and develop an account that will allow them the chance to be nimble with interest rate increases. So in other words, they want to be able to create an account where they can pass on the rate increases by the Bank of England in a savings account to their customers. That is important for more than one reason. And a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I did a video on this channel where I talked about a forecast for the UK. And this is what we found, and this is very, very important. Now, you may remember this from the video if you haven't watched it already. I'll go through some of the headlines here. But this is the forecast for the UK economy right now. At the moment, the Bank of England base rate is at 3.5%. By Q4 2023, the bank rate is forecast to be at 5.2%. This means that we're going to see an increase in the Bank of England base rate of 1.7% by the end of 2023. Now, if CHIP are able to do what they say they want to do with this account, hopefully what we'll find is that if the bank rate does get to 5.2%, or even if it's maybe more or a little bit less, hopefully what we'll see with this account is a pass on of the rate increases through the year to their customers. And I think that this could work really, really well, because one of the things that I've certainly found, and this is something that I do myself, is I will have different accounts for different pots of money. And as interest rates have increased, I've opened different accounts to house different pots of money because they were the best rates available. And frankly speaking, it means that you've got to do research. You've then got to open the account and do all of the account opening procedure, then transfer cash. It's time really that you have to question it if it's well spent, particularly if you're busy, particularly if you've got other things that you want to do. And I can see this account working really, really well, because if they do pass on these interest rate hikes that we're bound to see through 2023, it means that you're going to have an account that is automatically going to adjust to the interest rate at the time. That isn't to say that by Q4 2023, if the bank rate is at 5.2%, that this account is going to be offering 5.2%. No, but hopefully it will actually offer something closer to what the Bank of England base rate is. And I think that that could be a big thing and a very, very good thing for people who are busy, who just want to know that, you know, an account is actually going to move and do the best for them. Now, it is also worthwhile noting that CHIP has been around for quite some time now, and go and download the app. I was told, actually, because I did a video on them back end of last year about their price savings account, which is an account which is a fresh take on NS&I premium bond, where you get entered into a raffle where you could win £10,000 a month. That was then. I've just been told, and this is their website right now, £30,000 prize pot every single month. So look, go download the app. You can invest with them. You've got this instant access account. You've got the price savings account as well. And let me know in the comment section, is this something that you would realistically use? Whether it be this or the price savings account, is this something you would actually use? Because I think having someone who is trying to do something different in this marketplace is quite a relief. It's quite encouraging to see. We don't see a lot of this. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to open the instant access account, there is a link down in the description. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember, money is a tool, life is for living. I appreciate you. My book, you can pre-order my book in Amazon right now. I've made a couple of videos about it. But yes, go check that out as well. Cheers.